Hello and welcome back to Deprogrammed 11, and this is Divination with Alanna. Welcome, Alanna.
Aloha.
Aloha. We were talking about ravens earlier and birds and magic, and we just thought, hey, we need to just come on and start having conversation. So here we are.
Yeah, I just realized I don't have my headphones in, so give me a second.
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
I was saying earlier that we were talking about ravens and how I have like a whole fleet of ravens that come in the backyard every day.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they've been coming, they always visit me. And when I go to the park, they're always flocking around me and squawk at me. And a lot of people are fearful of ravens because they're very black and dark. And, you know, to me, though, they're like my little sweethearts. Like, I just love them. I'm like, oh, little babies. I just love them, and
I saw you in your Maleficent costume a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You wore it as a costume, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you look so hot in it. You look so good, and I was like, you just made me think about that because the raven and the connection with Maleficent and the darkness, and that's why we started discussing the birds, because we were talking about something, and then you mentioned your experience with ravens, and I said, by the way, I heard from a high level initiate of the high orders of he claims to be like top Illuminati bloodline. And he is the one who taught me the word orithnomancy. And so I've heard of different mancies, different divinations. But he had mentioned specifically the dove, which we know from the Holy Spirit. We can see Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Sophia, that energy of the rose with the dove. And then we have the raven. It's like dark, Maleficent, dark Disney witches, or evil queens, And I told you, I was like, they say that ravens are associated with black magic, etc. And you're like, well, I don't know. What does that mean? And I was like, well, I think that it means the opposite for you, that, yeah, you are like aware of a certain level of things that go on in the world, and you're a very powerful woman. And so I think that the ravens come to you because it's like a form of protection, because like it's such a powerful, they're very wise. They're very wise creatures, like all birds are, but each bird represent, in orithnomancy, they represent, because I have the connection with birds too. My brother actually says, you creep me out when you're with birds. Because like I'll be talking to them and like I'll just be in my own world with the animal, because like they connect through eyesight.
Yes.
A lot of them connect through the eyeballs, and they could feel your vibration. And so ravens do represent an aspect of like connecting with people who use them for sorcery, for self-fulfilling things. But when they come to you, it's either someone maybe watching you with their raven, or they're coming to you because they know your power and they want to protect you. They want to honor you. They want to let you know that they're there. And so I wanted to start, we've already started, but I wanted to, I had opened the book to read out of my medicine cards what the raven symbolized. And that's when we decided to do the video. So I'm going to read to you because I think it's very symbolic for you.
Yes, I love that.
So it says, raven, black as pitch, mystical as the moon, speak to me of magic, I will fly with you soon. No animal, no creature is bad. No matter what is done, it's not bad.
No.
So, having power is a magnificent thing. But when you do like kind of wrong with it, or
misuse it,
you misuse it, it becomes maleficent. It makes things off balance in the world, in the universe.
Yes.
And so it represents magic and the use of it. And so what are we living in? An illusion with black magic, right? People using black magic and people who don't know the innocence. So throughout time, raven has carried the medicine of magic. This has been true in many cultures across the planet. It is sacred in the medicine ways to honor raven as the bringer of magic. And I thought it was interesting that we just did a video recently about sacredness, right? And so the ravens are with you because of your sacredness and what you're trying to communicate to the world. And I think that even the darkest of use of the raven by someone does not overpower the mother earth energy. The magic is within that animal that connects, that knows who you are. knows your divinity and recognizes you. So I think that's why they come. If the magic is bad medicine, the carrier may be honored out of fear rather than out of respect. Those who fear the raven may do so because they have been dabbling in areas in which they had no knowledge, and a spell have backfired on them. Rather than analyzing the dark side of sorcery, realize that you will fear raven only if you need to learn about your inner fears of self-created demons. And we create these demons when we're not aware of our magic. We're not aware of our power, and it's being taken by someone else who knows how to use the power and the magic, right?
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah.
I'll let you chime in before I continue.
No, I'm listening. So please continue, because this is, because I'm fascinated, because when the ravens look at me, they stop and they'll look into my eyes. Like, they don't just fly away. They could let me come very close to them. I almost feel like they're going to come hop on to me, but they just like look at me like side, and I'm like, hello, my little babies. And like, I just think they're like my little
I've seen
babies.
Your videos before. You've posted a couple videos.
I just love them, but go ahead, continue.
So raven magic is a powerful medicine that can give you the courage to enter the darkness of the void, which is all that is not yet in form. It is the home of all that is not yet in form. The void is called the great mystery. Great mystery existed before all other things came into being. This all goes back to the Maya, to the womb, to the great mother, to no thing, to the darkness, to the void, and then we have the pleroma. We have the emanations of light, because out of nothing came light. It's an opposite, right? So the great mystery, great spirit lives inside the void and emerged from the great mystery. Raven is the messenger of the void. So if a raven appears in your spread, which is the deck of cards I have, you're about to experience a change in consciousness. This may involve walking inside the great mystery on another path at the edge of time. It may be it may pretend a signal brought by the raven that says you have earned the right to see and experience all of a little more of life's magic. Yes, that's true, Radha. I definitely agree with that for you. Wow. Raven's color is the color of the void, the black hole in space that holds the energy of the creative source. In native teachings, the color black means all and many things, but it does not mean evil. And that's funny, because people always tell me you wear too much black, and I'm like, I like it. You know, it feels good. I feel protected. You know,
I love black.
I also love wearing white, but I also feel very raw and open.
Yes.
When I wear white, like, I just feel like anything can be attracted to me. My black repels it, you know, like, I don't really want to be like that open. So black can mean the seeking of answers, the void, or the road to spiritual and non-physical. The blue black of raven contains the iridescence that speaks of the magic of darkness, and changeably a form of shape that brings an awakening to the process. Iridescence, I love that word. Awakening in the process. That's you right now. You are awakening. But you are not just awakening, you're putting it to action, and they see what you're doing and they're honoring you. Wow. So Raven is a guardian of ceremonial magic and the absentia healing. Never heard of that word. So in any healing circle, Raven is present. Raven guides the magic of healing and the change in consciousness that will bring about a new reality and dispel dis-ease or illness. Raven brings in a new state of wellness from the void, great mystery, and the field of plenty. Wow, this is so relevant for everything that we've been talking about. Wow. And for because healing circles are so important. Yes, and I've been holding one every month. So amazing, great work, by the way. I'm so proud of you. I'd love to have you in my next healing circle. Woo. Yeah. Okay. So Raven is the messenger that carries all energy flows of ceremonial magic between ceremony itself and the intended destination. For instance, if a ceremony is being performed to send energy to a disaster area where people need courage and strength, the Raven would be the courier of that energy flow. The intention could be to allow the people of the devastated area to feel the concern and support of the participants in the ceremony. If you have chosen Raven, magic is in the air. Do not try to figure it out. You cannot. It is the power of the unknown at work. And something special is about to happen. The deeper mystery, however, is how you will respond to the sparkling synchronicity of this alchemical moment. Will you recognize it and use it to further enhance your growth? Can you accept it as a gift from the Great Spirit, or will you limit the power of the great mystery by explaining it away? No. It may be time to call Raven as a courier to carry the intention, some healing energy, a thought, or a message. Raven is the patron of smoke signals, messages presented by the smoke. Wow. So this is, you know, for you in particular, when you see them, is a good time to set an intention and ask it to carry it with it. Ask
wow.
To carry the message for you. That's what even Game of Thrones shows that, but in a dark arrhythmic way, you know, but there is, like, you can communicate with the other worlds. That's what I'm receiving. Your shaman, your mother's side of the family. Yeah. That
is amazing. And I just had this memory flashback because I lived in a place called Seven Ravens in Mendocino, and it was in the middle of nowhere, and there were 7 huge ravens over the house, carved, huge. That's what it was called. So I've had this connection with them my whole life. But
wow, it's amazing.
Yeah. And so, you know, animals come to us, as spirit guides, as signs, as like, you know, what animal speaks to you or comes to you, or do you feel connected with?
Are you asking me or just asking the people?
I'm asking you guys who are watching, and I'm also asking you, Alanna, because I'm curious. Yeah, both.
I connect the bird tribe really strongly as well. That's why I started reading. I wanted you to know that, because when I learned that, I was like, now I know why Disney movies throws all these little things in there, because these are qualities we had as divine creatures. The fantasy, we are the fantasy that we are so attracted to it because it's real. If we just tap into that. And so the animals communicate with us that way. When you activate that high vibration and you honor that you're here with a presence that is holy, very holy, the animals know this. They might eat each other out of fear, but I think in the paradise, in the garden, I don't think that eating meat was the way it is now. I don't think the lions are the same way. Like, I don't think that the cat feline race is the way they portray it, you know? My hair's a mess. But I've had dreams where I've walked with lions and tigers down like pyramids, like, and I don't, you know, so I think that in my animal totem, I've also had communication with panther, Black Panther. I've also had communication with the cute little squirrels, you know, and hummingbirds come very because I move really fast. So I'm like,
you have hummingbird energy. You do. And I love hummingbird energy so much. When they come by, I feel like, zip! I feel like they give you a zip of like this magical energy. The hummingbirds are pure magic. They're on like 7th dimension.
Yes. I'm feeling really activated by it right now. I can't wait to pull a couple cards after this.
Yes.
A prayer setting before.
Okay.
Let me just finish the Raven part and then okay. So it's funny because right before I said that to you about you being able to receive messages from the other side. So if you want to send a message to the blue road of spirit in order to contact ancients, call Raven. Or who knows, the ancients may be calling you. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Didn't I say? I said that they're coming to you. They're coming to you because you can communicate back to them. So now, you know, when they come, you see them, like it's really a communication happening. And, you know, I have a quote that I wrote about the birds. Actually, I'm going to look for it really fast.
Yes.
Because I think this is how we prove synchronicities are real. Because we have a witness, which is a witness, and we also have and something to look back on and be like, oh my God, I captured this moment before because I believed in the moment. And so it's a quote. It's a little bit of a, let's see.
I love that, Alanna. I love how you keep track of everything. Everything's just
a record keeper.
Like right here, like swirling around me. I'm like, whoo, whoo. But but it's good to write it all down too.
Yeah, I mean, I try to not get too excited, but I can't help it.
That's part of the hummingbird energy.
The animals come to us, and it's funny, I just passed another story about animals totem as a beetle, because beetles are very powerful. They represent you know, a lot is for ancient Egypt times. And let's see.
It's amazing. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead while I'm looking, please.
I was just saying that, like, in different times, so like beetles have come to me a lot, but it's like certain phases, like different animals will come to me at different times. Yeah, they're always, I feel like they always bring medicine. I feel with the ravens, it's like my ancestors looking at me too. through the eyes of the raven, you know. It's amazing.
Let's see.
I have these 2 black cats right now that I'm fostering, and they remind me of little panthers. They won't let me come close to them, but they're just like, they just look at you, and they look me in the eye, and I'm just like, whoa. Their pupils go like round and black, and then they turn into like slits, and I'm like, how'd you do that? It's so trippy. They're amazing. I've never really hung out with cats before, so
they're so awesome. I love cats.
Enamored by them. I'm hoping we can be really good friends, and they'll let me pet them soon.
They will. They're going to be so loving too, especially because you kept them together. That it's going to be a good experience. I have a good connection with cats. They used to have allergies to it, but a cat cured me of that. Yeah.
Wow.
I've also had communication experiences with dogs. I've actually healed our old dog that we had from rashes that he used to get when we leave him home for a while. He'd get really bad rashes, and I did Reiki on him.
Reiki works on animals. They're so
they
receptive.
Receive it. Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm.
They don't have the barriers that we have. So
I really want to find this, but I don't want to spend too much time anymore looking for it. I'm just going to scroll down.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just share a story while you're looking.
Yeah.
So one of my dogs is named Little Girl. That was her name because she's a pound puppy.
What was her name?
Her name was Little Girl. I mean, that's the name that she just had. Like, they had like black girl, little, or black boy, little girl.
Oh, so when you got her, I thought you meant
little
like
boy.
Something happened. Never mind.
Yes. Well, wow. I was calling out to get another dog for my other dog, Bella. And I was going to get another white little fluffy dog. Bella is like, she's called Beverly Hills Bella because she was born in Beverly Hills, and she's this little multi-poo. And I was going to try to get another little matching dog. And I was putting it out there, and I went to the gym, and that night I was going to go look at these beautiful purebreds. This is before I really understood adoption, the importance of adoption. And it was at Crunch Gym in Los Angeles and West Hollywood. And on the board, it said, please adopt me. I'll be your best friend.
Aww.
I'm going to the pound tomorrow. And so I don't know why I just got this instinct to call. And so I went there instead of going to see the purebred. And then out came Little Girl. She was this tiny, and she came out and licked my ankle.
She's so sweet. I really love her. She's a real sweetheart.
She's so sweet. And so, yeah, Little Girl is incredible. Incredible girl.
I found it when
you did? Okay, good.
I was like, I found it. Yay. So it says that if you ask the heavens for a sign by way of a bird, blessed are the ones who believe they will be heard. The universe speaks when asked. Be ready to receive and embrace your highest senses. Belief really makes all the difference. If you are the maker and the editor of your creation, why, when you hear the song of a bird, do you not stop to listen? Maybe think for a second it's chirping for you, and did you look up as it flew past you? Just the fact that you paid attention and asked is a sign in itself. You tuned in and noticed, which is proof enough. So I wrote that before I even knew were the words. Funny, let's see. Oh, I thought I had the date. Too bad. It's definitely from like 2 years ago. Oh, September 3rd, 2015. I wrote that.
Wow. That gave me chills because I was like, oh.
Because like I really believe that when I asked for a sign that I received it. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like there's a time in my life where it was much more noticeable, the magic, but maybe there's something I've been doing that's hasn't kept me as connected. I think it could be the EMF waves. It could be a number of things, the 5G technology. It could be things I'm eating. There's different things that kind of limit you from having that full connection. But I definitely think animals, birds especially,
Mm-hmm.
carry this high vibration, and they can connect with, bird box.
Yeah, I gotta watch that movie.
So just to finish this up, remember this magic. So who knows if ancients may be calling to you. Remember, this magic moment came from the void of darkness, and in the challenge it is to bring it to the light. In doing so, you will have honored the magician within. There is a contrary to the raven. Do you want to know what it is in here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the contrary, raven reversed, is not to be taken lightly. It can mean that the boomerang is coming home. If you have wished harm to another, beware that you have asked for this harm to teach you in turn of what it feels like. So if you have not been wishing evil on another, contrary raven may be bringing you a warning that you are not equipped to move into another level of consciousness until you have mastered the one you are currently working with. On another level, raven may be telling you that you have forgotten the magic of life and have settled into a mundane rut. If the rut suits you and you do not want to experience the extraordinary magic in your life, ask raven to fly through your dreams and give you a taste of its medicine. If you do so, you may never be the same again. Contrary raven may also portend a time of smoky confusion, confused messages that you cannot see or hear because of your intellect is insisting that magic is not real. If you cannot imagine or pretend due to your lack of faith in magic or miracles, healing cannot take place. Raven may be beckoning for you at your door of your consciousness, but you will not receive unless you clear the smoke and seek the other realms of imagination and awareness where magic lives. To right contrary of raven, you may be asked to seek a trained shaman to clear the energy field you've created. Has to do with shamans. How funny that you come from a line of shamans. You might need to block some negative energy sent by another person or cancel the harm you wished on someone else. So it's like, maybe in your like recent past, like there's been people that you can just clear those energies right now. Like it's not even, a whole new slate as a shaman, as a generational shaman. Like, is a lot of old stuff that's still being cleared out.
Oh,
But
I've been doing so much clearing.
They're honoring you. They're really honoring you. And so this is the message when magic moves into smoky shadow. Seek healing and clearing intention to reach for the stars in honor of Mother Earth and all living things. Fill yourself with magic and being alive, and call Raven to teach you the proper way of using energy. Ground that energy so that the manifestation of the magic can occur. Do this in love and simplicity. Raven will tell you this magic truth. Never go beyond that which you have prepared and trained for. Life is good, so use the magic and aid it to the entire family of Earth. Wow. So that has a lot to do with everything we've talked about, and I just want to thank you for bringing the awareness to me to have this conversation, because it just takes a lot of healing myself to receive that medicine from the raven. So thank you.
I mean, ravens are so powerful. Yeah, but they can also they protect you too. So if somebody's sending you bad juju, negativity, I feel like for me, they protect me, and they send, like, if people come in and send stuff, they bring it back to that person. I don't get affected. I feel very protected by them, is the feeling I have for them.
Yeah, it also reminded me too, like right now I'm really reading my cards and I get this fear that comes over me, like I shouldn't be doing this. Like I'm scared almost of like people's opinions of using divination, which is what this video is kind of about too, divination and birds.
Well, I think of Doreen Virtue. She made a fortune off of creating oracle cards, and then she went a little crazy, insane, actually.
Yeah, right? Something about them being
I feel like I kind of feel like something happened to her. I don't know, but it was not anything to do with the cards. I think it was more like a
attack or something?
Attack, like a psychic attack, mind control entity kind of a thing, where she she basically lost it. I don't even think she's the same person anymore.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but I've heard a few people say it. And so, one of my first deck of cards was the angels, the oracle, and they've been very good to me, very kind, and just like they don't interrupt each other. They're very clear who's speaking, and to me, like, it was a gift to receive these and understand the archangels and the angels and the assistants, because part of you working with the angels is that you have to ask and believe in this, in the idea of them. It's not that you're worshiping them, but that you believe that you have free will in some sense. And so you have to kind of ask to receive those. And some people abuse these energies because for themselves and some selfish ways, and some really use them to make the world better. Perhaps she really was using them and she got attacked somehow, or maybe she realizes something about them that we don't see, you know? So it's
I think she seems to have some kind of mind control, because she does not seem like the same person. She even like looks different. Like the way she used to dress like a total goddess.
Yeah.
Now she wears weird t-shirts and like baseball caps, and she just looks trashy. And she acts kind of trashy too. Like it's not the same goddess level. I'm like, your consciousness is not even the same. I feel that she's had some.
Or maybe she was under a spell who created all those things, and it really is dark, you know, like we can't really push it aside. But I think that there's a reason why magic exists, and it's here. And
well, we are magic. So yeah. I think the problem is that through a lot of religion, we've been told, oh, you're a sinner, you're not magic, as if you're not a miracle. And that is so wrong. In the meantime, they're using your energy to create satanic rituals with children, you know?
Right.
So
so the word mantic I use frequently. It's like on my Instagram too. Mantic means relating to divination or prophecy. So like walking a life of constant divinity, because that's like makes life more purposeful.
Yeah, I mean, it's just being connected with the divine. I can go out to the garden, a rose garden, and be like, it's magic, it's beautiful. I can have crystals and know that they're healing. I don't have that shame, because I understand that shame is indoctrinated into you by people who do shameful things to others. And so I don't buy it. I don't buy that.
I think so. Royalty also, they have their own way of doing divination. They do it in a way higher way. They use diamonds and crystals, and you know, it's a reason why they're placed in certain places and they wear a crown. You know, the jewels, they have power to them. Gold has power to it. Silver, bronze, lead, copper, you know.
Absolutely.
And brass, these things, crystals, they hold energy. And so, the royals know all about it too. You know?
Yeah. There's no shame in anything, but so what would you like to share?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just pull a couple cards for this show, just to get in to find the synchronicity. Let this synchronicity come out. And I'm just actually gonna light some sage, and
clear whatever you need to clear.
Little clearing here.
I mean, ritual is beautiful. You know, shamans used to do ritual, many rituals. And it's all with Mother Earth, you know, but shamans were the target of many, they were sort of eliminated because of their divination abilities, holding tribes together, holding people together, holding leadership. And so if you attack the shamans and then make it wrong, people are lost and they can be overtaken, kind of like what happened in the Philippines with all of the conquistadors and stuff like that. People lost their ability to connect to their divine truth, and the Catholic Church came and pretty much kicked everyone's ass. Did a lot of really crazy things, and that's why they pushed them out of the mountains and pulled them away from their true divinity.
Wow.
So,
I didn't know anything about the Philippines like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Catholic Church, you know, did some really bad things there. They sent over people who were missionaries, but then they would steal land. My own family and my lineage, our land was taken by the Catholic Church. They brought a whole army with guns, and they went to everyone's door in this neighborhood. Wow. Told them, you have to leave your house now. This property belongs to the church. Everyone, they had to pack only what they could carry on their back. My mom and her family. It was the church.
So
Yeah.
and these people still exist, you know, and I still think they persecute in ways that we can't really see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But wow, that's crazy. I bet you have so many more stories about your lineage. You there?
I'm here.
Okay, I got quiet. I couldn't hear you. That's because you weren't talking. Okay. All right. So is there anything you want to call in before I read them?
I mean, no, just I'm just curious what you're gonna put forward.
All right, cool. The funny thing, I pulled the rabbit card and I'm laughing because I actually saw that one earlier.
Aww.
So we got a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
The turkey is also a bird, nonetheless very important.
They have turkeys that run around in North Carolina. In the woods. They're huge and they're beautiful. I love them.
Yeah, they can get crazy though.
Really?
Yeah, like they're really funny. I grew up in a little area too with turkeys. They would wake.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that a rooster? I knew there was a couple turkeys there. Let's see. I feel like I kind of cut off when you were talking about your your shaman history.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to apologize for that.
Oh, that's okay.
No, because I feel like there was really like something good coming through and I was like really excited. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to read the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Ho, brother turkey, so freely you give of everything that you are so others may live.
Mm.
Turkey is actually brought to be the giveaway eagle or south eagle of many native peoples. The philosophy of giveaway was practiced by the many tribes. Simply stated, it is the deep and abiding recognition of sacrifices of both self and others. People in modern day society who have many times more than they need should study the noble turkey who sacrificed itself so that we may live. The turkey's death, we have our life. Honor the turkey.
Mm.
Spectators unfamiliar with the cultural phenomena of the potlatch or giveaway ceremony are often mystified by it. A tribal member may gladly give away all he or she owns and do without it in order to help their people. In the present day urban life, we are taught to acquire it to get ahead. The person with the most toys wins the game. In some cultures, no one can win the game unless the whole of the people's needs are met.
Mm-hmm.
What a person who claims more than his share is looked upon as selfish or crazy or both. The poor, the aged, and the feeble have honor. The person who gives away the most and carries the burdens of the people is one of the most respected.
Mm.
Want to chime in anything with that?
I mean, no, that's spot on. Is that I think that's what it's all about, is like we're working on a collective level, you know. It feels like one person just it doesn't feel like right for it feels like we need to work together is really what it comes down to. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Which is what we're doing. My turkey friend. We're doing the turkey work.
We're doing the work of the turkey.
Yeah, so turkey was the medicine of many saints and mystics. Celebrate if you have turkey medicine. Your virtues are many. You have transcended the self. You act and react on the belief and on behalf of others. You aspire to help those who need help. This is not out of some sense of self-righteous moralism or religious guilt. Help and sustenance are given by turkey out of the realization that all life is sacred. Wow. Radha.
Ooh, I got chills.
I almost like shrugged off the turkey for a second. I was like, oh, the turkey? Oh, why couldn't it have been the eagle, or why couldn't the raven popped out? You know, but
turkey's like, not the most glamorous.
Now I understand.
It's a little robust and, you know, just
Yeah, but I understand that turkey's actually really beautiful in some weird, ugly way. You know, God loves
They are beautiful.
They have these little wobbly things and like, you know, they gobble all over the place. Okay, so help, let's see. It is knowing that the Great Spirit resides within all people. It is the acknowledgement that what you do for others, you do for yourself. Turkey medicine rests in the true ego and enlightenment. Doing unto others and the feeding of the people and the messages of all true spiritual systems. Depending on how turkey is aspected in your cards, you are being given a gift. This gift could be spiritual, material, or even intellectual. The gift may be a great or small, but it's never insignificant. Congratulations. You may have just won the lottery, or a gift of spiritual, a beautiful sunset, or the smell of fragrant flowers. On the other hand, you may feel like the spirit of giving growing within you and wanting you to share with others. Wow.
It's so true. I mean, that's true. That's why I'm doing Awakening Starseeds. It's because it's a spirit of giving. We're giving people voices. We're giving the collective a book that they can turn to. It's like, it's kind of like Chicken Soup for the Soul. Except it's Turkey Spirit Guide.
That would be a really funny thing to put in the forward of the book, you know?
That would be so
We'll
funny.
talk about it later.
Exactly, because that's what it's all about. It's about giving, about sharing. It's about I wrote my book, and then I'm like, it's not just about my voice. This was important. This is what I was called to do. And now I'm called to bring other people's voices together so that it can all come forward, you know?
I wish you were here so we can go to dinner.
I know. I will. Well, maybe this week.
I was just thinking I'm hungry. That's really amazing. Yeah, I think that you are a significant, this is very significant that we talk about the raven. It was about your connection with the bird and like my connection with birds. And then we pull maybe one of the mother aspects of the birds, you know, like it's so giving and, you know, and we often take it for granted, like the earth, like mother, like, you know, mother.
And I always see the turkey in North Carolina, and it always has like little baby turkeys, and they always follow. It's like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And it's like the turkey, and you would be surprised. They run so fast. They're really big, and they're like, and then the little baby's like, and they all just look, and then they follow their mama. It's just like, oh, it's a turkey pack.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. I loved it. Thank you.
Made me a little so
no, please tell me what's coming up.
You know, during Thanksgiving time, you know, it is a sacrifice. And like I often feel that way for a lot of different animals, even though sometimes I do occasionally eat animal, you know, meat products. I'm more vegetarian, but like it's not because like meat. It's more that like they just, you know, they give their life, and I know I'm taking a life force, you know. So, but at the same time, like it's a sacrifice and give. Maybe this is just a shaman's perspective on the animal, but it does make a lot of sense.
That's true. How many turkeys are killed every year, you know, for Thanksgiving? I mean, I can't
it's also to become aware of the things that we overconsume, the traditions that could be changed, you know, things that we think we have to do, but do we really need to do it? You know, maybe it's time to give back, of which we take.
Maybe it's time to give back. I always think that about Christmas and cutting down the trees. I'm like, what about planting a tree? What if everybody bought a living tree, put it in their home, and then planted it?
I actually sold Christmas trees when I was younger. I was like, for a few years, like every year I'd sell them. And I felt that way too. Like people don't have no understanding of what it means to have a Christmas tree, and they don't understand what it takes to do it, to cut it down. They don't have respect for it. They just toss it on the side of the road when they're done with it in a bag, you know. But there's more to that. I definitely agree with you, because they have an energy and they're serving a purpose. But you are the tree of life.
They give us air. They give us life, oxygen. The very basic, the things we breathe. They're here to help us with oxygen. Imagine if every year we all planted a tree at Christmas, after Christmas. Like, that would be amazing. And that's something that my family has done, and I'm very proud of, you know, with my father. He's very sensitive, and at least he would do that tradition because he never felt comfortable buying trees. He's like, I don't want to, or he'd buy a living tree. He'd never buy a dead cut tree.
I still have the living tree right here in my house. A little miniature one that I got for Christmas. I'm just going to grab it really fast to make it
Yes, please do. So maybe you guys, that's just an idea, but maybe for this year's Christmas, you might want to get a living tree. Oh, and there we go, like Alanna. I love that.
My little studio.
So sweet.
As my little baby tree.
They purify the air. They give us life force energy. Let's give back. Let's start thinking maybe we don't have to consume everything. Maybe we can also contribute. That'd be incredible.
What a good message to come from the great turkeys. So
I know. Thank you, turkey.
Yeah. So our next card that we pulled, so I pulled 3. It's one I wouldn't expect to get for the animal, but the number, which is 11. Of course, I would expect to get that.
That's my birthday on the 11th, March 11th, Monday.
That's right. My brother's March 10th. My other brother's March 15th. And my other brother is March 3rd or 5th or something. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of Pisces. Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. So the moose is number 11. And do you know how I feel about 1111? I post a lot of 1111 pictures. So let's see. Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness as long as I live. Wow. All these great messages come from the animals you would not expect the message to come from.
Unassuming.
A moose. Self-esteem. Moose is found in the north of the medicine wheel, as the buffalo, which also we have a buffalo. We have a white buffalo prophecy. Have you heard of it?
Yes. I have heard of that. I went to Geronimo's great granddaughter, Eagle Woman.
What do you, please tell that.
Oh, she's amazing. She actually is I believe she's in Hollywood, and she is powerful and amazing. And I had a couple of Vision Quest sessions with her, and she told me that that the white calf was one of my totem animals.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, after a session with her, I felt like I was walking literally on another dimension. I couldn't drive for like an hour. She is amazing. And the dimensions that she brings in, it's amazing.
Well, I feel it. So that's really amazing because, that it's a prophecy. So, the buffalo. So north represents the place of wisdom. Self-esteem is the medicine of the moose because it represents the power of recognizing that wisdom has been used in a situation and that recognition or a pat on the back is deserved. Wow. Can I just say that? This is the moment I live for, because this is why I believe in divination. Because everything's been about receiving a gift and understanding the giving and receiving flow. And I think that the work that we've done together, this is a confirmation that it's very noticed and appreciated by Great Spirit. And wow.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I'm excited hearing about these different animal totems.
Yeah.
Because they're unexpected, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally unexpected. Like, I didn't expect to get these soft animals. Like, that people underestimate. You underestimate the turkey, you just eat that guy.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like, yum, yum, yum.
And then the moose is like, he's just a big moose, And the rabbit, like the small little fast one that just breeds and breeds and breeds. But, I have friends who actually raise rabbits, and they're very sweet creatures. Very wise. So, moose is the largest member of the deer family and has great strength. The call of the male moose is the awesome thing to hear on the musky spring night. His pride in his maleness and his desire to share his seed with a moose cow are displays of his sense of self-esteem. The bellow of a male moose can be viewed as a positive force since it represents his willingness to tell the world about his feelings.
Oh, sensitive moose.
Yeah, so this tell the world traits contains a joyfulness which only comes with a sense of accomplishment. And it's crazy because Joy, which is my mother's name, but Joy is in Louise Hayes' work. and many others. Joy is the key to healing many things in our life if we can tap into that.
Yes.
Which also relates to Het Teru and Hathor, the cow goddess. So we're going back to the cow and these animals that actually give, and when we realize what they're doing for us on a spiritual scale, it makes so much sense. So it represents his willingness. Let's see, this trait, therefore, there's no greater joy than a job well done, a sense of accomplishment. This trait is therefore not seeking of approval, but rather the enjoyment of sharing because of the spontaneous explosion of joy that comes from the deepest part of one's being. The wisdom woven through this scenario is that the creation constantly brings forth new ideas and further creation. Moose is telling us a story, or telling us that joy should be shouted with pride. The wisdom in doing this shouting is that the joy is catching, in the sense that the bellowing is a way for all of us to lighten up and give ourselves each other a well done job. Pat. Yeah, good job, Radha. I'm patting you on the back. Energetic pat.
I'm patting you on the back. And to all the starseeds out there, I'm patting you on the back. Good job, guys.
Yes, you are the light.
You are the light.
Of the world. Thank you.
Good job.
So moose medicine people have the ability to know when to use gentleness of the deer and when to activate the stampede of the buffalo. They understand the balance between giving to others and to get things done, and having a willingness to do great things themselves. The wisdom of the moose medicine is akin to the grandfather warrior who has long since put away his war paint and is now advising the young bucks to cool their blood. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen many things here on earth. Wow. Radha, we were just talking about like shaman history. You mentioned, wow. Their joy lies in being the teachers of the children and the being of the first ones to give encouragement. This is not to say that moose medicine people do not use their wisdom to warn as well as give praise. They do. But moose medicine people knew what to say, when to say it, and to whom. The elders are honored in the tribal law for their gifts of wisdom and for their teaching abilities and for the calmness they impart in the council. If you're wise beyond your years and have a gift of moose medicine, use this gift to encourage others to learn and grow. There are many facets of the wisdom moose medicine, and if you have chosen to choose this card, you have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished in your journey. This may be a habit that you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight or goal, or a new sense of self that you have fought hard to earn. It is time to feeling of harmonious pride. Recognize those who have aided you in the process. One good exercise in moose medicine is to write down things that you love about yourself. The process, to apply these same things to friends, family, coworkers, and life. Don't forget to share the findings of others and that they need encouragement as much as you do. Wow, this goes back to the raven. The fact that it came to you it's coming to you to, show you you're doing a job well done. Wow.
That's gorgeous. I love it. I mean, how unassuming. A moose. I mean, what would you usually...
I didn't know what was going to come from the moose. I really didn't. I just knew it was number 11. I was like, synchronicity. Okay, moose. The double O,
The moose is a number 11 in the book?
Right. In the medicine wheel card. This is a great deck. They were gifted to me by a dear sister of mine. So, yeah.
I mean, you guys take what resonates. Like if you're listening to this and you're hearing these medicine cards and you're like, that feels like me, like take what resonates. These messages are for everyone who feels like resonant with them. Spirit animals are for everyone,
Right.
They're part of the divine creator. They're part of the sacred. We're talking about sacred. Animals are sacred. And there are sacred guides and they're very subtle. So when we tap into our subtleness, where the magic is.
Hey, yeah. I started giggling because I was looking at the rabbit while you were talking. And like, I was just like how cute it is. Look at this guy.
Oh, I've always wanted a rabbit. I want a farm.
Radha, yes, let's go get a farm.
I want a farm.
I could see you having a farm, really.
Just for pets.
Like a really classy farm.
Like a really beautiful, wonderful farm, maybe to rehabilitate animals or something.
All right. I could see that for you. So it's a lot of reading, but I'll finish it off because I started it. So the rabbit actually, the funny thing is that turkey is 31 and rabbit is 30, but I pulled the 31 first. They're right next to each other.
Ah, wow.
Yeah. So that's the synchronicity. And 11 is the crossing between worlds.
Yeah.
The double, the as above, so below, like the mirroring of each other, right? So it's in between those.
Yes.
And yeah, so let's see what the rabbit has to say to us. Okay. So, scared little rabbit, please drop your fright. Running doesn't stop the pain or turn the dark to light. This one has to do with fear. I think we're given a gift right now to have to really have like that we're getting, our message that we're receiving is the praise and the appreciation from the meek and quiet and the timid and the ones who don't have a voice. We're being gifted and cleared out of our fears that we have going up against those lower energies that we feel like a little bit. So I feel like it's a gift because, so let me read. So a long time ago, no one really knows how long ago it was, but Rabbit was the brave and fearless warrior. Rabbit was befriended by an eye walker, a witch. The witch and Rabbit spent much time together sharing and stalking. They two were very close. One day, the eye walker and Rabbit were walking along and they sat down on the trail to rest. Rabbit said, "I'm thirsty." Eye walker picked up a leaf, blew on it, and then handed the rabbit a gourd of water. Rabbit drank the water but didn't say anything, and the rabbit said, "I'm hungry." Eye walker picked up the stone and blew on it and changed it into a turnip. She gave the turnip to the rabbit to eat, and Rabbit tasted it and then ate the turnip with relish. But still, Rabbit didn't say anything. The two continued along the trail, which led into a mountain. Near the top, Rabbit tripped and fell and rolled almost to the bottom. Rabbit was in very bad condition when the eye walker got to him. She used magic to salve on Rabbit to heal his great pain and mend the broken bones. Rabbit didn't say anything. Several days later, eye walker went searching for her friend. She searched high and low, but Rabbit was nowhere to be found. Finally, eye walker gave up. She met Rabbit quite by accident one day, and Rabbit said, "Why are you hiding and avoiding me?" The witch asked. "Because I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of magic," answered Rabbit, cowering. "Leave me alone." Isn't that? I feel like I've read this before, but I've experienced this a lot in my life, like so much. And I feel like I've even done this too in a way. So I see. Actually, not really. I feel like I'm really much open. Like once I see magic, I'm like, "Give me that's awesome." So I see, said Eye Walker. "I have used my magical powers on your behalf, and now you turn on me and refuse my friendship." It's kind of like the goddess, kind of like that energy of the Mother Earth, that's the abuse of
using the feminine goddess energy, the womb energy, and then tossing the woman aside and making her worthless, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very bad karma.
So I want nothing more to do with you or your powers, Rabbit countered. Rabbit did not even see the tears in his words that were bringing to Eyewalker's eyes. "I hope we never meet and I never see you again," Rabbit continued. "Rabbit," Eyewalker said, "we once were great friends and companions, but no more. It is within my power to destroy you, but because of the past and the medicines we have shared together, I will not do this. But from this day forward, I lay a curse upon you and your tribe. From now on, you will carry your fears, and your fears will become you. Be on your way, for the sweet medicines that bound us together, friends, are broken." Now Rabbit is the fear caller. He goes out and shouts, "Eagle, I'm so afraid of you." If Eagle doesn't hear him, Rabbit calls louder, "Eagle, stay away from me, Eagle." Now hearing Rabbit comes to eat him. Rabbit calls bobcats, wolves, and coyotes, and even snakes until they come. So this is crazy. This is just like
calling in our subconscious fears to, like we mentioned in the last show, I think we had about how we accidentally, our subconscious, we call in our fears. Like for instance, someone who doesn't want to be robbed has that fear, then they get robbed. And someone who doesn't want to be poor, they stay poor because they don't know how to manifest the money because they're in poverty mindset. Wow, this is so powerful. And this story shows. And lack of gratitude, by the way. Lack of gratitude.
Absolutely.
You cannot, I mean, how many times does that happen? You give to people, you show them love, support, and they spit at you and treat you, mistreat you, and you're like, okay, then that's your karma.
I think this has a lot to do with us redeeming these animals that that we say are not important as another. Mm-hmm. The rabbit, people who just, they just have, you have sex like bunnies, and,
mm-hmm.
but there's a purpose to their quick procreation. There's a reason for those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As the story shows, rabbit medicine people are afraid of tragedy, illness, disaster, and being taken, that they called those very fears to them to teach them lessons. Mm. The keynote here is what you resist, you will persist. Mm-hmm. What you fear most is what you will become. Here is the lesson. If you pull rabbit, stop talking about horrible things happening and get rid of what if in your vocabulary. And I do this a lot. Wow, today I think I shared something with you that was in that vibration, right? Mm-hmm. Where I was like, I'm feeling triggered right now at this situation, and I don't want to feel that way. Mm-hmm. And that's a subconscious thing from it's not happening right now. Coming to the present moment to find that grace in the present moment, to ground yourself there. So what you fear most is what you will become. So this card is a very signal, a time of worry of the future, or anything to exercise your control over which is not yet informed, the future. Mm-hmm. Stop now, write your fears down, and be willing to feel them. Mm-hmm. Breathe into them and feel them running through your body into Mother Earth as a giveaway. Mm. Wow, so powerful.
You got to feel it to heal it. Feel it to heal it. Like, people think they're strong because they're avoiding their fears, or they just cut people off because they're afraid. And in fact, you're not healing through that process. You have to face it again no matter what.
That was so powerful.
That was beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, about it. And I love like these conversations with you, because you always have like the perfect chime ins, and like we bounce off each other so well. Nice. Like the messages, that they're clear. They're very clear to us both. So it's divine.
It's so divine. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed hearing about the ravens and the moose. Was it the moose?
The moose, the raven, and the turkey.
And the turkey.
And the rabbit.
And the rabbit. Wow, we got blessed, you guys. So take whatever resonates with you, because
it was yours too. It belongs to you. This is a figment of your consciousness. You called forth this information to you. And just like I called forth Radha, and she called me, and this is how magic is.
It is. You call forth people, energies, information into your consciousness. And so that is our magic. We are manifesting in every moment. And so you can't avoid it or pretend like magic doesn't exist, because we are magic.
We are magic.
We are magic. Beautiful.
Back to reality. We're dream weavers.
We're dream weavers, exactly. Beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we end?
I think I did a whole lot of talking.
No, thank you so much, you guys. And I just love talking to you, Alanna. We can talk about anything as long, forever and ever. And that's why we do these shows. We just want to share. So always take what resonates with you in the shows. And if you don't feel aligned with something, feel free to not watch. It's totally up to you. We're never here to force anything on anyone. We are playing with the energy, sharing, talking, exploring, and diving deeper into the conscious and unconscious. So with that, thank you so much. This is 11.
11 moose.
This is, oh my goodness, this is Deprogrammed 11, you guys.
No, it's 10. It's 10.
This is 10.
Yeah, it's 10. It's still
11's
next. 11's next.
But 10 is still great, because that's like still a level that we came to. So
actually, no, you're right. This is 11. Our last show was, I know we were wearing purple. So and
this is 11.
It is 10. I mean 11 for sure. That's awesome.
I love it.
Perfect. Just perfect.
I love it, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And you guys, if you want to come on as a co-author on Awakening Starseeds, we still have a few spots left. So we'd love to hear from you. I'll put the information below and Alanna's information below. And reach out if you have any requests for our show. If you'd like us to talk about anything in particular, share anything, we're here for it. We love this.
Yeah.
Sharing with you and being with you is so much fun.
And pay attention to the signs and synchronicities in your environment.
That's right. Pay attention. They're everywhere. With that, so much love. Blessings.